welcome this evening to Ghost Chat, the show that brings to you a bunch of good stuff and a lot of padding. Cool editing is included and music provided by awesomepaintjob.com and assorted other fantastic sources. Let's get into it. First up, channel recommendation time. First up, we've got a bloke who I've recently met. I've just started looking at his videos. He's called The Great Jojo Man. I'll chuck a link down the bottom bar. And I've got to say, I am absolutely very, very impressed with this young man. He's fantastic. He's got a show called Enter the Wolf Time. It's a great little production. He's constantly updating it and letting everybody know. He's a very, very nice dude. He's very enthusiastic and provides a great little show, a little bit theatrical, which is always nice. He really aims to please, and his videos are simply fantastic. He's got some really cool stuff, and I strongly urge you to go check him out. He's really, really cool. Secondly, if you haven't heard of this guy, man, you need to pull your head out of the sand. Number One Gamer Ash has some fantastic videos and is a very active member of our community. He has such a positive attitude and is always providing feedback. I find him to be really quite a nice guy. He gets along fantastically with a lot of other higher upper people of our community, and he's a genuinely nice guy. I strongly recommend you go have a check out of some of his videos. Again, I'll chuck another link in the sidebar. So go check out both these guys' channels. They are simply brilliant and they're very, very, very nice. Now we come to question time of Ghost Chat. Instead of just replying to a single comment or returning a private message, I will reply for all to see, so that maybe it can assist another person, or there's somebody who maybe didn't even think of asking a question, it can help them out. So, this week's question is, do you use paint additives? What for and what does it make a difference? For me personally, it's a bit of a this and that really. I mean, it works for me. I never used them originally, but I was only using GW paints. I think it really comes down to how serious a painter you are. They don't really make a difference if you're not a hardcore painter. Really, it's the little things that it makes a difference in. Things like when you're trying to do your really small, tiny details and you just need that paint to stay wet on your brush for that little bit longer. Then things like drying retarder is fantastic. I use flow improver. I also use drying retarder from Reaper. I also use water just to dilute some of my paints, and for me it works wonders. But that's just what I use. It all comes down to personal flavour and taste. There are people like awesomepaintjob.com, Lesber. He uses a whole host of additives, his own little cocktails and everything. Jawables who use GW paint straight from the pot, which is cool. I mean, if that's what works for you, then hey, there's no worries about it. So really, it just comes down to what it is that works for you, which is really what it's all about. Okay, now we come to a much more serious and much more business-like manner of the Ghost Chat. Today, recently, I came upon a bunch of old school books that I've had in my possession for a very long time, but I am not a collector at all, and maybe somebody in my viewing audience is, and if you are, please send me a personal message. I'll show you what it is that I have. I have 2 2nd edition Advanced Dungeons & Dragons with the Player's Handbook and the Dungeon Master's Guide. They're both in pretty damn good condition considering they're both over 20 something years old. Obviously there's a little bit of love on the corners, but pages are all no worries. I also have Mordheim, which is in perfect condition. It's, well, not in perfect, obviously there's a little bit of dog-earing here and there, but it is in perfect working condition, as it were. It's a little bit of love on the sides, but other than that, it's all good. And for those of you hardcore collectors, I have got Warhammer Fantasy 3rd edition books. We're talking the rulebook and the army book. They're not practical, for me anyway. It really comes down to whether or not you're a collector. I can sell them on eBay, but I'd rather not if I can give them to somebody or trade them to somebody who into that kind of thing. So if you're interested in it, let me know. I'd love to have a chat with you. That'd be really cool. So guys, that wraps one of many to come episodes of Ghost Chat. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Remember, keep posting questions, comments, like, rate, subscribe, all of that wicked stuff. I love your feedback. Thanks a lot, guys.